Yo guys, what's up? Today's haul is for entrepreneurs who want to build muscle on short time. Come and check out the lay of the land here. Look at this. This is like a good staple. This is like an average consumption for my wife and I on a weekly basis, and it's pretty diverse, but it's also simple. One of my favorites, as you'll see, the Buddha popcorn. That is like my number one go-to at night. When I'm chilling on the couch at the end of the day, that's usually when I'm winding down. My mind's on food for the most part, and something like this, you wouldn't believe how much volume is in 2 servings of this. It's a huge bowl, literally. I'll show you a shot of it, but it's a giant bowl that I get to sit with on the couch at night, and it's literally 220 calories. You can't beat that.
Spider beat you too.
Oh yeah, you see that? It's the fall season, baby. It's fine. Okay, celery. Every single morning I start my day off with this. Cancer prevention. There's so many benefits to celery juicing in the morning, and I've been doing it ever since Tony Robbins told me to, because Tony Robbins is the frickin' man. Sweet potatoes. This is another staple, kind of along the similar lines of the popcorn. This is such a filling food. I always have potatoes in the house because this carb source is the most satiating, and you get the most volume. Best bang for the buck. We're gonna go with that. Best bang for the buck. These eggs are not from the store. We actually ran to the farm. I grabbed these actually yesterday. This is the one thing we didn't get on this exact haul. You can see how colorful these eggs are. Gorgeous, man. Look, this one's literally still has shit on it. Look at this. Straight out of chicken.
That's how fresh it is.
Straight out of the chicken's ass.
You know what that makes it?
What?
They're full of chicken shit.
Nice. Honestly, I couldn't have come up with that, so I give you credit. Yeah, look at that, another batch of beauties. These ones are actually bigger. This chicken must have been bigger, or maybe the male or something. I don't know, do males poop out bigger eggs than females?
That's the unnatural chicken.
Yeah, so this is really a farm that's like 3 minutes down the road. If you have access to a local farm that has milk, dairy products, eggs, take advantage, because there's absolutely no preservatives. They're farm to table right here, farm to table. Best you can get, especially if you're consuming them on a regular basis. You'll thank yourself down the road. What else we got?
You had my brain spinning there. Can male chickens lay eggs?
Oh my gosh, they can't. Forget I said that. Milk? This is a new thing from Aldi actually. Check this out. This is high protein, ultra filtered milk. If you've heard of Fairlife, everyone's coming out with their own version now. Pretty impressive. They're almost up to 2 times the amount of normal milk. Normal 2% fat-free, and even whole milk usually has 8 grams of protein per serving, but in the same 8-ounce glass, you're now getting 14 grams of protein, and it's actually pretty tasty too. So that's good stuff. Goodles, this is a good option for if you have kids, if you and your wife want a quick meal. This stuff's awesome. It's chock full of nutrients. It's way better than traditional pasta. Sometimes I go with the Bonza chickpea pasta, but the Shell of Good by Goodles is pretty dang good, and they've even got in the corner here 21 nutrients from plants. Isn't food cool these days? You gotta be careful, because there's a lot of man-made bullshit in our foods these days that'll bog us down, but they make some pretty cool variations. Fruit, I kept it simple this time. We went with grapefruit. Look at this monster, by the way. Devin, look at this thing.
Yeah,
come on now.
Huge.
Is that thing on steroids or what? I don't know what's up with this guy, but he's the king right there. That's a good one. Lemons, every single morning, starting off with lemons. Lemons are very acidic, but get this, they're alkalizing inside the body. So when you start your day with a glass of lemon juice, I take just half a lemon, squeeze it into a glass of water, drink 8 to 10 ounces. It actually alkalizes your body, lowers cortisol levels faster than your body would on its own. So when you do that every single day, and you can lower that cortisol level slightly faster every single day, it does wonders over time. Slow and steady wins the race. What else we got here, Dev? Of course, we already tapped into these bad boys. No chocolate caramel pretzel clusters. Yeah, we opened those. What else did we open here? Popcorn, yep, had to open that.
Hey, Gronta. Best tortilla chips that there are.
That's Devin's fave, yeah.
The best spice.
So Devin actually introduced me to these, the spice version. They have the plain version, which I'm not really a plain Jane. My wife likes plain stuff. She's very, very vanilla. But the spice version, honestly, that'll spice up your life.
10 out of 10.
Yeah, 10 out of 10. Maple syrup for the Kodiak cakes. We got 2 boxes of Kodiak cakes here. If you've never had these, it's a must. That's a Shark Tank find. They've been around for a long time, and dude, they killed it. The formula on this is superb, and I always pair it with 100% pure maple syrup. There's no other way.
Costco find.
Yeah, Costco finds. Don't even go for normal syrup or sugar-free. Man, I know calorie-free sounds enticing, but it is full of crap. Take a look at the back of a nutrition label on a sugar-free syrup. You'll be like, how do I pronounce this? And that should say something. What were you holding up here, Dad? What do you got?
You got some green beans. You gotta get your greens in.
We got 3 bags of those.
Cut green beans.
Yeah, check that out.
Another Costco find.
Yeah, man.
The Alaskan salmon.
Dude, these are
burgers.
so good. They're just like, they're subtly seasoned and they're extremely tasty. So this is a really, really good go-to. It takes 5 minutes to pan cook one of these. So really, really nice treat. A little expensive, but really nice for when you're in a pinch. You got a long day of work and you're just looking for a quick dinner. And that's usually paired well with something like this. That's why we've got the frozen green beans. Usually I'll throw these in a pan. Devin and I are both not fans of the microwave because the microwave zaps like 80% of the nutrients, especially from vegetables. So I'll usually take this bag, even though it's a steamable bag, and I'll put it in a pan on the stovetop. Bang, bam, boom. It's done in about the same 5 minutes as the salmon burgers would. Another one that I don't usually get, but I went with them this time. I usually don't get these at the same time I get the Buddha popcorn because they're very similar, but what do you think of the popcorners, Dev?
Cinnamon Crunch. This one's not my favorite. I love the sea salt ones.
Okay.
The white cheddar's my favorite though.
Oh, I never had the white cheddar.
Really?
Yeah,
Those are the best ones.
never had white cheddar.
Forget using your microwaves. Get yourself an air fryer right back there. These babies will cook anything and everything that you need. The past 7 months of owning my house, I've never used the stove once.
That's crazy.
I've used everything to cook in there. It's quicker, it's easier, it's more efficient, and hey, who doesn't want their food to cook faster?
Another quick idea, along with the salmon burger green beans combo, sometimes we'll get these ready-made meals that are pretty low on preservatives. It's made without antibiotics, grass-fed beef. So this is a nice go-to meal that literally takes right here. Same thing as the salmon burger and green bean combo. Reheats in 5 minutes, minimally processed, no artificial ingredients. So if you've got a company like that, man, what's the company that, this is not that company, but Kevin's Meals. That's a really good go-to. You can find that in almost any grocery store around the country. Kevin's, really good, ready to go meals for you and the family, you and the wife, or even just yourself if you had a long day and you don't want to think about food. Boom, don't go for the bad stuff, the calorie-laden stuff like these. This is a sweet treat that you gotta be very careful with because a handful of these is like as many calories as this whole bag. I'm not even kidding. We'll direct compare right here. 3 cups, 4.5 servings. What is that? 4.5 times 110, Dev, come on.
4.5.
That's 440, so we're just under 500 calories, like 480 calories. 2 pieces, 120 calories, so 2 pieces is really small.
What are some of your favorite protein options that people should pick up or you recommend them to get?
Well, I'm glad you mentioned that, Coach Dev, because we usually go with meats. I actually just meal prep. Come over here to the fridge. We cooked all our meat as of yesterday, so we didn't get any of this grocery haul, but this is a mixture of extra lean ground beef, 96.4 actually. If you ever have that available in your grocery store, it saves your fats. You can have your fats elsewhere. 96.4 lean ground beef, a little bit of ground turkey, and the Banza protein pasta that I was referring to earlier. I would say chicken. Here's some extra chicken. We didn't cook it all yesterday, so there's some chicken breast. Everyone knows about that one. Here's an extra breast I got cooked up. And having this just readily available in the fridge is really convenient because you can pair it with almost anything. You can pair it with the pasta, rice, the sweet potato I showed you guys, having ready-made proteins around. The other nice thing about meats is that they're very filling and voluminous. So this 8-ounce portion of chicken breast, I mean, look how big this is. Like, that's gonna fill your stomach up. It's gonna take a little bit to eat. You're gonna feel satisfied. And for instance, 2 scoops of protein goes down the hatch a lot quicker. It's good for convenience, but if you're wanting to sit down and feel full, I would totally go with this over the 2 scoops of protein because 2 scoops of protein, you're not gonna feel full and you're not gonna feel like you ate anything. Pita bread, homemade peanut bread. This is actually sourdough, okay? If you're familiar with sourdough, my wife makes homemade sourdough. Very good. It's actually naturally gluten-free,
You want
lower
to see?
glycemic.
Let me show you real quick how homemade this is. I got a good laugh. Look at this. This is how homemade the bread is. They have their blanket, their heated blanket right now on with the bread inside of it. It's like a newborn baby. It's absolutely insane, but it's some of the best that there is.
So the take-home points of any grocery haul should be, number one is protein. There's only 3 things that make up a calorie, okay? We've got carbs, we got fats, and proteins do something that carbs and fats simply can't. Biggest one being repairing muscle tissue, which if you want to look like a man, you need protein. So get your protein in, whatever it takes. Whether it's Whole Foods, it's protein powders, that's fine. I've got a ton of protein powders up here. We didn't buy any today because I'm stocked up, but I've got all these protein powders. I've got a seasonal one. I've got tons of different types, nutrients, straight whey. But you want to include some fruits and veggies. All of our clients, we always recommend at least get 1 serving of fruit and 1 serving of vegetables every single day. You're going to help cover your micronutrients. It's not all about the macros, the 3 things that make up a calorie, but also the micros, the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients that nourish your body and allow it to function properly so that you can stay mentally sharp. Some colorful variation. You've always heard, this is old school, okay? When you look at your table after you've gone grocery shopping, is there a decent variety of color? We got the greens, we got the grapefruit, we got the lemons, we got the celery.
Potatoes.
Yeah, the potatoes. We're looking pretty good here. This is a good haul. And the biggest one of them all, don't forget to have fun. Flexible dieting for the win, man. So many diets out there try to eliminate this and keep you within these requirements. Do we do that in our business? Do we do that in our life? Do we put ourselves inside a box? No. You're not gonna die by having some clusters. You're not gonna die by having some chocolate granola. Chips? Everyone says, oh, chips have no nourishment, there's no nutrients. You know what? You're right, they don't have any of that shit. But doesn't mean you can't enjoy them in moderation. And when you enjoy your favorite foods in moderation, guess what? You don't feel like you ever have to overdo it. You don't go to the party and see the food that you haven't had in months because you've got great willpower and then you cave. So, enjoy yourself, live your life, but also have balance. The 80-20 rule has been a thing for however long for a reason. If you're on track 80% of the time, you can fuck off 20% and you'll be just fine. So respect your body, respect your life, and live it to the fullest. If you enjoyed our grocery haul today, let us know in the comments. What was your favorite food? What's something that you might pick up at the grocery store next time you're there? And if you need any help specifically with crafting your bespoke plan, your nutrition, you got a busy life, man. We've all got busy lives, but guess what? Our health takes a seat on the back burner because we prioritize all those other things. We prioritize our business, our family, our friendships, our social life. But what about your health? If you don't have your health, you don't have all the things that I just said. So we're here to help you at InstaShred. You can go ahead and text us at the number below, and we'll actually have a one-on-one conversation with you and find the best plan that's right for you. Thanks for joining us on today's InstaShred grocery haul. Hope you got some value out of this. We'll see you next time on the channel.
Peace.